Kaelen stood amidst the grinding iron gears of the great clock, a frozen gargoyle in the absolute dark. He had been motionless for 4 hours, not a blink, not a twitch. His kinetic debt was a pressurized reservoir behind his ribs, a violent potential energy screaming for release. Below him, Vane, the blind inquisitor, clicked his tongue, the sound waves mapping the room with lethal precision. To Vane, the world was a canvas of vibration. To Kaelen, Vane was merely a biological sensor with a predictable refresh rate. The inquisitor lunged, guided by the rhythm of Kaelen's shallow breath. Kaelen didn't flinch. He calculated the gear's rotation and the acoustic properties of the bronze chimes surrounding them. As Vane's daggers arced toward his throat, Kaelen cashed in 4 hours of absolute stillness in a single, surgical microsecond. He didn't strike Vane. That would be inefficient. Instead, Kaelen released the stored force into the massive pendulum suspension cable. The cable snapped with the force of a falling star. The sudden vacuum of sound, the death of the clock's heartbeat, rendered Vane momentarily deaf and blind. In that window of sensory chaos, Kaelen moved again, using the remaining debt to blur across the floorboards. He caught the falling pendulum and redirected its momentum with a palm strike. The multi-ton lead weight didn't swing, it rocketed. Vane, caught in the sonic shadow of the broken machinery, had no warning. The weight crushed him against the stone masonry, turning bone and ego into a damp smear. Kaelen stood over the wreckage, checking his pocket watch by touch. The variable was neutralized. The equation was balanced. He sat back down amidst the cooling blood, closing his eyes to begin the long, silent process of accruing his next debt. He had more problems to solve, and silence was his only currency.